Hello everybody, Tim here again. So I was just going through a kind of a grab bag of things that I got, and I don't know anything about them. And it was a Tripp Lite PR15A power supply in the kit, and I just wanted to see if it works. So we'll throw on the voltmeter and I'll plug some stuff into it. Let's see, I have these leads here. They can go to plus and minus. I'll show you on the back in a minute here. Let's see, turn on volts. I don't have it plugged in yet, but let's see. On the back, I see kind of dirty back here. Definitely need cleaned up. See, there's a fuse down below here. Coming out or what? Oh, it screws all the way out. And it has a fuse in it. Looks like it's 4 amps. And here it says use 4 amp. So that would probably be okay. That's weird that the way that dirt's will build up around that. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me see. And that bottom one, I don't know if that is indicative of anything or what. I mean, so anyhow, I believe it's you know, 12 volt or 13.8 volt 15 amp power supply. And the thing I always thought that was kind of weird about these Tripp Lites, because they're a pretty good power supply. It's not a switcher power supply. It's heavy. It's a linear power supply. It's a heavy little sucker there. I don't know how much it weighs, but the thing that I always thought was weird, because I actually have a I think a 30 amp or a 25 or whatever that I use for my regular radios, and I cut a little square and I put a voltmeter in it, because I thought it was strange that it had, I don't even remember if it has an on light. I mean, it makes a lot of noise when you turn it on. You know, it's got a hum, so you know it's on. But just thought it was weird there was no voltage, no way to monitor the voltage. So anyhow, I'm going to plug this in, so watch, like, move in front of the camera, I'll pause it well. Alright, we're plugged in, haven't turned it on yet, so I'm going to zoom out, so if something happens, we'll be able to catch it. I don't know if we can see the voltmeter back there. I would think if anything's going to spark. Alright, no sparks, turns on 13.99 volts. I think we're good with that. So, just so happens that on the bench next to it, dun dun dun, is the old trusty Ranger RCI 2950. I think that draws about 7 amps, somewhere in that neighborhood. So we'll throw that on there and see how that works, and check the power output while we're doing it. So let me get that hooked up, and we'll be right, well, when I say we, I mean I'll be right back. Alright, it's hooked up to the Ranger. Switch the microphone around here a little bit so it's out of the way. And we'll turn that on. Back to 13.9. Let's see if we turn this on. Maybe we'll we can even maybe look at it on the scope and see if there's any AC component in it. Try this, just see. Almost no AC component that's showing. Let's turn this up. Let's see, volume. Squelch is going to go down. So let's see what we get on AM. Got a 100-watt slug in there for 2 to 30 megahertz, so that should work. What am I getting? That's going to be this right here, the bottom scale, 10 watts on AM. We'll just stay in at 13.99 if you can see that. FM, same thing, about 10 watts. Looks like. So let me see. Don't mind my head. I put one of those peak switches in there. I have a video on that at one point. I don't really have it slowed down that much, but we'll take a look at it on sideband. Here's upper sideband. And it's going into a dummy load. Like I said, I have a antenna under the bench there. So right about 25 watts. I didn't look here. So it stays right about, just right around 14 volts. So 13.8, 14.3 or whatever that range is. Doesn't seem to be getting hot or making any noise. Let me throw it again on AC and see if we have any. Doesn't look like anything there. Okay, so I'll throw the ammeter. We'll throw this in the ammeter position and we'll check and see what kind of current draw we're using up for that. So give me a minute to switch that all over. Like I said, I think that was rated around 7 amps or something. I think that's what the paperwork for that said. So let me get that switched around and we'll throw that on amps and watch it. Okay, so now remember for using the ammeter, you literally have to break the circuit open at one point and insert the ammeter in where you broke it. So here's the way it'll work. Power will come out of the power supply, or we'll call it the battery, come out of the power supply on the red lead. Then I broke it and it goes, the ammeter now goes in. So instead of going to the radio, the ammeter goes in and then back out of the ammeter. Oops, yeah, too many leads here. Back out of the ammeter, and then I just plug these leads together. Then it goes to the radio, through the radio, and then back to the negative side of the power supply. So theoretically, when I turn this on, it should work. And it's working. Show me current draw of about a half an amp, which that's probably about right. Let's see what it is on. There's AM. I'm going to key it up on AM. About what, 3.66 amps. Okay, let's try it on FM. About the same thing. Now we're going to go to upper sideband. So around 5, so a little bit over 5. So all in all, I think that the power supply seems to be putting out just fine. Now we'll put an antenna on and see if we can see or hear anybody on 28, 10 meters. So give me a minute to switch over and put an antenna out here. So at nighttime, 10 meters isn't really the most active band. So I don't really know how much we'll hear or find here, but can't hurt. It's I think Saturday night here, so there'll be a lot of people in the area. Let's see, we'll leave this on AM. I'm going to turn it on. One of these buttons is for SWR, I just have to find it. SWR right here. So let's see. Seems to be a bit high on that. Let's bring it up to, we're way down at 28. So let's go shift. Oh, actually, I want to bring that back to 0. And we'll take that and bring that around to 0. I just want to move the the hundreds. Okay. Let's try 28.5 and just see how the antenna matches. Oh, almost perfect. Almost no dots on SWR, so that's a good thing. But let's see. Our level is that one. Microphone is the other, so turn that about halfway or so. Turn SWR off. I just want to see what happens. Yeah, now when you turn the SWR off, it's power scale. So yeah, when you hit, see. Okay. Leave that on upper sideband, and I'll zoom around in here a little bit. I've heard people on the 10-meter repeater, which that's always kind of an exciting thing. I think it's 29.62 is one of them around here. It would be on FM. And I've made a couple contacts on that with this. So I believe I have to program it for split. I don't know if I still have it programmed, probably not. I don't even remember how to do all this. Let's see. Yeah, I have to look up again programming. It's been quite a while since I used this radio, but anyhow, you would program for split, and I believe that it keys up on 29.5200. You know, is the offset. Yeah, the split, I got to put all that in there again. Like I said, you don't hear too much in there, and I've done no mods to this, so it does not go down and hit the CB bands or anything. We'll get us back down into the 10-meter true band, and and I think we'll say that we're satisfied that it seems to work just fine. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny that 10 meters is kind of one of those bands you don't hear anybody on, but then when there's a contest, it seems you hear a lot of the people on it. All right, so let's see. We'll look at that. I'll leave it on. Some of the other things I wanted to look at that were in this box of things. ICOM. Oh, I see. You've got a little screw in there holding this in place. I guess he had it so you couldn't take it out and it stayed in the charger. I imagine that means the battery's kaput. But this is if I can get it out of here, or at least enough. An ICW32A FM transceiver. Not sure what band. I again have to look it up. Just like I said, just Pulled this stuff out of the box, don't know anything about it. I don't know if it works, I don't know if it doesn't work, if it's blown up. There's that. Here is a ADI 18201. Again, same story. See, there is a gum band holding probably the battery. I can see the battery's all corroded and green. The battery pack area. Let's see. Somebody drilled some holes there. Something just shot out at me. Probably one of the contacts on the battery case. That's what that looks like. Maybe. Well, they had something in there anyhow. I'll have to find out what that was. Good thing I had the camera on. Maybe I can slow it down, but I don't know if you could see what I had at the time, what I was doing at the time. Point that a little bit lower on there. Alright. Oh wait, here's something. Oh, here's a piece of plastic. It looks like it was probably from the battery lock. That's what I think that, yeah, that's what that would have been. It's a piece of plastic from the battery lock. Not a big deal. Let's see what else we got here. A mag one. This actually comes out of the case. Looks like the back part's the battery. I don't know why that's. Here we go. And the battery would just pull out like so. Digital mode. So let's see. And that would be the charger for that. Looks like, oh, here's a charger, so that may work for that. About all I'm seeing in here right now. There's another charger. This is. No, I don't know what though. This is a headset gain. I thought it was going to be maybe the charger for this guy here. Not really sure what's going on with this. I'll have to look into that and see what's going on with that. But like I said, just some things I wanted to look at. See the instructions for the IT-12 were sitting in that same box. That, remember the IT-12 back there we did. But let me see. I have an extension cord right here that I can maybe plug this into and just see what happens. Alright, that's plugged there. Got a green light on that and then a red light. I don't know how long it would take to bring that battery up enough to make that radio do anything, if that battery is even salvageable. Kind of reminds me of the battery case for the scanner that I did. What was that? Oh, the Bearcat was at RC99 or something like that. very similar size. That'd be kind of funny, but anyhow, so darn it, plastic piece keeps falling out of there. It's kind of a good looking radio. Got a microphone, external mic plugged into it. Do not see an antenna here anywhere, but that wouldn't be a showstopper because they're pretty much generic, you know, the rubber ducky antennas. I'm not even sure what this one was from. I think I wanted it at a Hamfest or something somewhere, but other than this, the other one, that doesn't have one either. So, let's see. Well, it actually made noise and came to life. I'll have to find out what it actually is. Before I play around with it. Don't want to start a war or something. Alright, well, so that's what I have, and a couple of things to take a look at, look up and see what they actually are. I think at one point I did look them up, and but I don't really remember. Nothing really stuck out with me. I thought, oh, when I get them, I'll take a look at them. And like I said, I can imagine that the battery was bad, and instead of fixing it, they just made a power supply that would work with that. And probably almost the exact same scenario with this radio here. So if I do anything with these, I will certainly keep you posted, or invite you to come along and watch the episode. So thanks for watching. Just something real quick to show you what I'm doing to keep my day busy. And here's the board back here for the ICOM 746. I wanted to flip it over and take a look at it, and so I'm still working on the video for that. I have some parts on order for that, and as soon as I know more about that, I'll update you on that as well. Well, before I totally say goodbye, I just realized I'm sitting here with a 12-volt power supply. So I put 12 volts to this this radio here, and when I turn it on, nothing. Let me check his connection here. We have 12 volts here, and then at least we'll know. You can see the corrosion on there just causing that issue. Okay, so anyhow, nothing happens when I put this on with the power supply. So I'm assuming that something in the radio, she's gone kaput. So let me unplug this, get this one out of here. I don't know if I want to try that with this. I'm not really sure what the heck the story was with this, so I'm not going to try that with that other radio over there. This guy here, because I don't understand what the story is with this and this. I don't know if it's looking for standard 12 volts or what the story is, but so I don't want to just go ahead and shove voltage into it, even though I know you're saying it would be fun. So, okay, now for real, we're done. Thanks.